Hello everyone, welcome to CFC Fan TV. I am back. I know you've all missed me. I've missed you too. I had to go to Vegas, as you do. I know a lot of you know that I go regularly, but I actually don't ever go for that long. I think people sometimes get 1 to 2 week holidays, and I only ever really get to go away for a few days at a time. So whenever I can get a little bit of time off work, I do. My voice is still a little bit crackly. I definitely couldn't have done a video over Saturday and Sunday because I would have sounded like a total man and only half been able to speak, but it was a fantastic holiday. And now that I'm back, what's news? I think the main thing to touch on here, I know the boys have done some videos on our manager situation recently. I didn't want to give another update on the Surrey situation because we really don't know what's happening at the moment. It's very uncertain. It's getting a little bit annoying actually, and I'm sure you lot feel that as well. I wish we just had a solid manager for next season because, as you know, our rivals are making signings. Other teams in the past have been known to basically more or less be able to sign. Well, they get deals done a lot quicker than what we do. We don't get our deals done quick enough. We then suffer and lose out on signings that actually could potentially make our season a lot less stressful. I know a lot of the talk has been around the stadium and whether Abramovich is going to stay at Chelsea. I happen to think that he may sell in the next few years. I don't think it's going to happen right now. For sure it's not going to happen right now. I think there's been too much of a hype about that when really it's just more or less a realistic decision, and it works out in my favour really because I go to the gym and I don't really want that to close down. So that's great news there. But yeah, I think the main point of this video is not to. I don't want to come across in we're now changing our mind and saying we want Conte to stay, because that's not the case. I'm just putting all the options out there and just saying to you what is to happen if Conte does stay. I honestly did think that towards the end of the season, if not right when the season ended, that would be it, and that he would be gone and we'd get a new manager in, or at least we would know that he's not staying, so we would know there is a potential new appointment coming in. And really nothing's happened. Conte is still, as we know, at the club. The World Cup's going on. Sarri is proving to be quite a difficult signing just because of his contracts and things like that. And the only other options really leave us with a manager that hasn't managed for 2 years and Enrique, who I think, again, they're just not very good options. I think the problem with Sarri is, I know a lot of you think that he isn't, he isn't worthy of the Premier League because he hasn't won any trophies, or worthy of being Chelsea Football Club's manager. But you have to look at his style of play, and I think, Jurgen Klopp's come in and done something fantastic with Liverpool. I would love to see the same thing sort of happen, although I don't know the same sort of manager at all. But the other option is if Conte stays. Now, I'm honestly on neither side. The only reason I've ever said I want Conte to leave, and people think it's because I'm being very harsh, it's purely because of the fact that I don't think he actually wants to stay. I think he was really annoyed or pissed off, if I can swear a little bit, that when he didn't get the signings he wanted to. At the same time, I think he made some very poor decisions towards the end of the season. I don't know whether that's just lack of judgment or because he just really isn't interested or doesn't care. But you have to look at the facts, and all bar the season where we really messed up our signings, and he obviously had a bit of a hissy fit, and rightly so to an extent. He won us a Premier League trophy. He won us the FA Cup this season, or last season, depending on how you looked at it. He's won a trophy, I think he's won a trophy for the last 10 years. So he has a proven track record of winning trophies, and I think given the right players, he can become the great manager that we had the season before last. Comment below, let me know what you think. I personally, I just don't know where I stand on it anymore. I want something to be solid, I want something to be done. I think for me, if Conte is to stay, I just want to see the club give him a little bit more say in who we sign. I think for Conte, even if it's not his first choice, I think that he wants the club to get the job done. And at the moment, we're a club that really struggle on making any signings until the last minute, which is really frustrating. Guaranteed, the likes of Bakayoko, etc., didn't work out, and we expected them to be obviously a lot better. But I do think that given the right players that he wants, or given players that we know have a proven track record of winning trophies, or something like that, I think that he really would be a good manager for us, and there wouldn't be much point in changing if we can't get Sarri, who seems to be who all had seemed to be the front runner. So comment below, let me know what you think. I'm going to do an Ask Sophie tomorrow, so please get your questions in now. I will have a look in the comments below and see what you're all saying, and I will try and answer as many as possible to the information or to my knowledge, so that I don't actually talk a load of crap. But yeah, comment below, let me know what you think, and yeah, Ask Sophie tomorrow.